Greetings. I'm Dr. Melanie Salmon. I'm the founder of Quantum Energy Coaching. People have often asked me, why have you called this quantum energy coaching? And I do give a science lecture in the practitioner training. And basically, it's because I've modeled this on quantum physics, but I've never really had any good hard descriptions that I could come by for my science lecture until yesterday. Yesterday, I was watching a podcast of the famous Pam Gregory, who's an astrologer, interviewing someone called Dr. David Clemens. David Clemens is a physicist, a quantum physicist from Oxford and Cambridge in the UK. And he has the most amazing research that is now showing us that what we need to do is we need to understand that the reality that we experience, our world, our life, is created by us. It's not happening there to us. And the reason why we experience it in a negative or limiting or scary way, especially lately with what's going on in the world, is that we have lenses in front of our eyes. Lenses are belief systems that prevent us from seeing the truth, prevent us from being and living the truth, prevent us from living an authentic version of who we are. So I'm going to, I've taken a 3-minute clip from this because it's so exciting. I will also be including quite a lot of the original podcast in the science lecture in the next training in September. But I really want people who are coming across this for the first time to not only hear from me that I have created something based in quantum physics, which is why it's called QEC, Quantum Energy Coaching, but we now are having actual hard evidence of the research. So let's go ahead and let me play you this 3-minute clip from Dr. David Clemens.
They're saying, imagine this. As a creator, you have this unlimited well of energy that can pour through you. If you place filters over that, which code the energy and warp and distort it into creating victimhood or things going wrong, those kind of things, it's those lenses we put in place, that we hold in place, they're saying, that distort our reality to make us feel like, oh my God, the sky is falling in. And they're saying that is literally, in a nutshell, what humanity is undoing. We're removing the filters that we have put in place. They can be beliefs, they can be energetic contractual obligations, a whole bunch of things. But mostly it's the emotional charge that got attached to that when we had it that gives it such a feeling of, oh my God, everything's really falling to pieces. And that is, they're saying, the most difficult aspect for humanity, because we have such powerful emotional generation abilities, that the emotions can seem so overwhelming, so strong, that even though nothing is actually going wrong, it actually really feels like it's going terribly wrong. And that's where things can, you've got to try to catch yourself and realize, okay, take a breath. Okay, slow down. All right, okay, breathe through this. This has come up to be released. I'm just going to clear this and let it go and move beyond this, so that I remove that layer of filtration which distorts my creator energy and lenses it. It's like a projection screen in a cinema. You get pure light going through that beam, through the projector, but you can project the most horrible filters that look awful, that distort that light. It's just an image, and that's where the word holographic comes, holo meaning light and graphic meaning, a structural image, so a light image. And this is what we're doing, and they're saying this is part of the game or the exercise we're going through. We're learning to understand that we are literally creating everything that we see. And when you learn to get the feedback that we were talking about before and interpret the feedback and understand where that filter has come from, what that filter is, and that you can clear that at the moment that you wish to, that is a massive paradigm change. And when we clear those filters, because this is the other aspect, we've had so many filters that have just compressed and compressed and compressed, so that what we project, as a creator, is this highly densified outer existence where matter behaves in XYZ, where everything outside of us, from planetary bodies to everything, behaves in certain patterns. And when we change that, everything, the filters come off, and we will see those things in a very different light, because the filters which are filtering and making us see them and perceive them in a certain way are no longer there. We can see them in a more truer nature of what they are. We can see their behavior in a truer nature of what they are. And so gradually that virtual reality headset is dissolving away, where we start to see truth, the reflective truth within us, and not the distortions of those lenses that we put in place that really we need to let go of and be clear of.